Frey the Realtor here, and in this video I'm going to address the very uncomfortable topic of what to do when your Bay Area home just isn't selling. If you've got a home in the Bay Area and it's just sitting on the market, then you definitely need to watch this video. Alright, well before I get into all that, I just want to say thank you so much for clicking the link to watch this video. I sure do appreciate it. But would you do me one huge favor? Would you mash that subscribe button right there and subscribe to my YouTube channel? I sure would appreciate it. And hey, click that little bell to make sure that you get a notification every time I put up a brand new, fun, fast-paced video, kind of like this one. Alright, it seems impossible, but yet your house just isn't selling. You know, the real estate market here in the Bay Area right now, it's end of July, beginning of August 2023. It's characterized by very, very low inventory and very healthy demand. And most properties are once again selling pretty quickly. Frankly, it feels like the first part of 2022 when the homes were just flying off the shelf. Well, actually, honestly, it doesn't feel quite like that because nothing felt like that. That was pretty amazing. But it still certainly feels like a very hot seller's market. So why hasn't your house sold? Well, that's a very, very good question. And I'm going to provide maybe some answers to you in this video. But the question is what to do about it. Of course, I can't say why your specific house has not sold. But if you have a home here in the Greater Bay Area and it's on the market and it's been a month or 2 or 3 or hey, in this market, let's get real, maybe even just 2 or 3 weeks and you don't have any offers, I'm going to suggest a few things that you can try to get that property sold. The first thing to do is take a look at your photographs. Are those photographs hurting you or are they helping you? So let me explain. The other day I was scouring the MLS looking for homes that might work for my client. I know that they have a particular sort of a taste for a home that they would want to live in. So I was looking at all these photos and I would just say, nope, 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 nope. I was judging these homes merely by their skin deep appearance. I was discounting them immediately, saying just the way this looks, it would never work for my clients. But do I really know that for a fact? No, I don't. I don't know that for a fact. But what I'm doing is I'm doing triage, right? I'm trying to save everybody some time and I'm eliminating houses just on the way they look. Is the same thing happening to you? Is there anything in the photography for your home that is making buyers say, nah, I don't think I want to come and see that house? If that's the case, take a long, hard look at your photographs and eliminate all the ones that create any kind of possible objection to potential buyers. You want the buyers to come and see your home because that's the only way they're going to offer on your home is if they actually get in the door and experience what it's like to be there. Now here is a radical thought. It could be that all of your photos are detracting from your property. Now MLS rules require that you must have at least one photo, ideally of the exterior, and that should be a very nice, flattering photo that really makes people want to come and see it, or at the very least not make them want to not come and see it. So that's the first thing to look at. Another thing to look at is the verbiage. Is there verbiage in there limiting your potential buyer pool? If the ad copy is written in a certain style or to attract a certain type of buyer, it could be that you're actually attracting the wrong type of buyer, and you might want to look at tuning that up somewhat in order to really make sure that you're not excluding any buyer for your property. Another thing you could look at is the incentive that you're offering to agents to go and show your property. Now, what do I mean by incentive? I mean the commission, because that's exactly what commission is. Commission is an incentive to sell. And it could be that you're offering the normal commission, whatever that is, but you could consider offering a limited time incentive bonus, say $10,000 if the agent submits an offer within the next 2 weeks and the seller accepts that offer, that you will pay that $10,000 bonus at closing. That could be just what you need to get the agents to go the extra mile to actually push their buyers in your door for them to fall in love with your home. Now, each and every one of those techniques can in fact help get buyers in the door and get offers in your inbox. But you know what? There's one thing that you can really do if you want to put gasoline on the fire and get your home under contract right away. And I think you know what it is. It is the single greatest marketing tactic ever invented. It is a price reduction. That's right, a price reduction. even a little tiny price reduction, honestly, in my opinion, is better than all those other things which you could try to help you get your property sold. Now, why is that? Because all of those techniques will not do one very important thing, is that it will not refresh the listing in your buyer's saved search. So right now out there today, there's hundreds or thousands of people who have your home saved in their search criteria, but they haven't seen your home in maybe 2-3 weeks or 2 or 3 months because it hasn't really changed. If you change the photograph, that's not going to refresh the listing in their feed. And certainly if you offer a commission incentive to their agent, they won't know anything about that. So what can you actually do to get them noticing your listing again? Even a little teeny tiny price reduction is going to get buyers looking at your listing again. Why, just today I actually saw there was a property that had a $1 price reduction. And how do I know that? Because I got a notification about it, and I kind of smiled because I'd been thinking about making this video, and that proved my point. I saw that listing again. I hadn't seen it maybe in 2 or 3 weeks, but there it was. There was a quick refresh. Oh yeah, that place is still for sale. And I knew about it because my system notifies me anytime there's a change in price. And every buyer out there has the exact same thing, whether they're looking on Zillow or Redfin or Realtor.com or Compass.com or whatever platform they're using to look at listings. They will get a notification even for a tiny $1 price reduction. Now, obviously, a $1 price reduction doesn't send a very strong signal to the market. That really speaks more about this being like a marketing tactic rather than a sincere effort on the part of the seller to get the price to a level where people are going to make offers on it. So I don't suggest $1, although $1 is better than $0. How about like $10,000? That's a pretty modest price reduction, but it sends a signal to the market that, yeah, the seller is willing to make at least some concession on price in order to get the property sold. So that sends a signal, hey, the seller means business. A lot of people will see it, and that may get people in the door really much, much quicker than any other change you're going to make to your listings photography or verbiage or incentives or any of that stuff. But here's a really crazy idea. Instead of doing just like a modest price reduction, how about you just, bam, kick it up a notch and go to a significant price reduction? What is a significant price reduction? Well, to me, a significant price reduction would be about 5% or more. 5% or more. So if it were a $1 million property, we're talking 50 grand. If it's a $2 million property, we're talking 100 grand. That's quite a bit of money. And I know that really hurts because where does that money disappear from? It disappears from the check that you're going to get at closing. This is not like a figurative number right here. This is real money out of your pocket that you're not going to get. But the thing is, you weren't going to get it anyway. And of course, you're worried that maybe that is too aggressive of a price reduction. Perhaps you really only need to reduce it by 1% or 2% or 3%. Well, in my experience, if your listing is in fact overpriced by only 1 or 2%, that probably is not overpriced enough to stop people from writing offers on your property. Probably you're overpriced by at least 3 or 4 or 5% if people aren't writing offers. So go ahead and reduce that price by at least 5% or possibly even as much as 10%. But here's the thing. If you actually do reduce your price that much and then you have reduced it down below market value, you know what's going to happen? The magic power of the market is going to happen. All of a sudden, you're going to start getting a lot of showings and you're going to get multiple offers, and that's going to drive the price back up above asking price. I see it happen quite a bit where a property's been on the market and then the seller does a significant price reduction because they're tired of playing chicken with the market and they just want to get an offer. And so they go in, they say, bam, let's get it sold. And they make a really healthy price reduction, and all of a sudden, just within a matter of days, buyers come flooding in, those multiple offers come hitting your inbox, and before you know it, you're talking turkey and you're getting that price back up to the very highest price the market will bear. Listen, the greater worry for you is not reducing your price too much. The greater worry for you is a long days on market. There have been many, many academic studies, not done by realtors, but by actual academicians in universities of note around the country and around the world, showing that the longer your home stays on the market before it sells, statistically, the less money you are likely to get for your home. Therefore, it is really in your absolute best interest just to bite the bullet and reduce the price to where it needs to be in order to get enough interest in your property that you do in fact get an offer quickly, and ideally multiple offers. And yes, you will get multiple offers if you do in fact have your price low enough. And the big fear, of course, is that you're going to be leaving money on the table. And I understand that is a fear, and it certainly is a possibility. But once you reduce your price, you have a very good negotiating position with any buyer who makes an offer to say, you know what, we just dropped the price. We're not going to go any lower than this. And if you are prepared to sell at that price that you reduce the property to, you have a very, very good chance of getting at least that much for your property after you do the price reduction. All right, that's all I have for this video. Thank you so very much for watching. I really do hope you've appreciated it. And if you have enjoyed watching this video, I'm guessing, it's just a guess, that you might also enjoy some of these videos over here. These are some of the most popular videos here on my YouTube channel, so please do check those out. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I sure would appreciate it. All right, that's all I have for this video. Thank you so very much for watching, and please stay tuned.